welcome back to Marco in a Box. Today I'm joined by Alan again, like he's back.
Hello. No, they're there. Hello.
So he hasn't been on camera for a while, so we thought it was a good idea to bring him back. Also because he thinks that when he's on camera, he brings more views.
Well, I mean, just look at the statistics.
It's a sunny, lovely day in London, and we thought it was great to sit here by the window and enjoy some pimps that Alan made very, very nicely. There you go. We just wanted to share a little bit more with you and do the boyfriend tag.
Which is basically, this should be called Alan's Continuing Adventures on YouTube, because until an hour ago I never heard of the boyfriend tag. You talk about yourself. I like this one. Yeah.
Well, let's start with the boyfriend tag then. I have a list of questions on my phone. So, where do we meet?
We met in Dublin at a party. It was your work party that I wasn't going to go to.
And I wasn't going to go to either.
Yeah, in fact I only went because there were free drinks and a friend invited me. And I remember talking to this guy about how it's hard to find a good man in Ireland, and I remember him saying, well, no, there are one or two good ones. And it went
one was me. So it was a really interesting fella, and I was, chatting.
Fella, he's learned all these new words since he's been with
chatting with him for, a good hour at this bar, and then we moved on somewhere else, and he started chatting to another guy. And I thought, well, maybe he's not interested as I thought. But yeah, then he actually was. Where was our first date? Well,
okay, maybe you want to take it.
Well, our first date actually happened a month after our first encounter. And yeah, it's a funny story because we met at Trinity College, which is, the major university in Dublin. And the funny story is that for a month, because he disappeared for a month.
I forgot about this.
I was actually Facebook stalking the wrong Alan. And for a month, I thought it was someone else.
So when we had to meet up a month later on a street corner, you weren't entirely sure who was the right person.
But yeah, then, as soon as I saw him, I actually recognized him. So actually, he took me to a restaurant, and
yeah, it was one of, again, another like triumphant Alan evening, which had no planning.
See, I found out months later that dinner was completely improvised. I'm the romantic one, and he just literally walked in the first restaurant he saw. And I thought, oh my god, this is so nice, it's so romantic.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of the restaurant. It wasn't
It wasn't planned.
Okay. And then we went to an Irish pub, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
Yeah, that started.
Which is not Doyle's. Where was the first kiss, and how was it?
Well, the first kiss unromantically was the night we met, which was very unlike me to do that.
Is it?
Yeah. I get kissed, I don't kiss.
After the bar, we went to this club in Dublin, and he offered me a beer, which for an Italian is very unusual. You never drink beer in a pub, in a club. I don't know, he just gave me this. It wasn't even a nice beer, it was Heineken.
But to be fair, there was no nice beers to choose from.
Okay, well, anyway. So he gave me the beer, and then it just
could have been worse, could have been Foster's or something.
Just jumped at me, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, I do distinctly remember saying, fuck it, before I did. Because I was, that thing when you're flirting and then you're kind of running out of, things to say, and I bought the beer and we're still talking crap, and then I just...
I was getting bored, so...
I was getting bored, so I said, fuck it, and just went for it. Yeah.
When did you know that I was the one?
Pause. Dramatic pause. It kind of developed in a way that I barely noticed. So very quickly, within a few weeks, we had actually planned a weekend away, and then very quickly we booked a holiday to Malta for Easter, so away in the future.
So when did you know?
I think it was actually when we booked Malta, and I realized how far in the future that was, that it didn't feel weird to book something like that. That it's just something felt this is gonna last. I think that was it.
I think for me also was the first trip together. Because when you travel with someone, you kind of understand what they're made for each other. Thank you. What was your first impression of me? I was wearing white pants that night.
Yes, very Southern European white pants. Obviously, by far the most handsome person in the room, and I was wondering why you were like kind of reserved in the corner a little bit. I'm used to more predatory, hot guys. For someone that I thought was like this super hot guy there, you were quite shy, and because I remember we walked between the bar, the pub we started in, to the club, and you were just very kind of, you know, sort of shy, but
very nice to say that, because most people would say that I'm uptight, but
no, I saw it more as shy, because I think sometimes people say uptight, but yeah, you're actually just more introverted and shy, but not uptight actually at all.
Thank you. When did you meet the family? Well,
oh god,
so that was after.
Which family did we meet first?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I don't remember. So, well, you met my family the first time you came to Italy, and that was about 3 summers ago. And that was very interesting because my parents don't speak English, so it was quite...
And unsurprisingly, I didn't have fluent Italian.
No, still it doesn't.
No, of course.
And I met your parents when? I think before, maybe, no?
Well, I mean, we were in Ireland, so we must have been before.
Next question!
Next question.
We've been very lucky with our families because both our families love
Oh, they're
us.
amazing.
So, yeah,
we have the best time.
Do we have any traditions? Many.
Yeah, but it's hard to think of a few big headline ones that would be the traditions. We have habits for sure. Traditionally, I would do the laundry and the housework, and traditionally, Marco would. That's next question.
What was our first road trip?
Road trip.
Yeah, so Alan had a car.
Yes. No. Yes.
That's the funny story.
I had
it was
my
a shitty car.
That was my Seat Ibiza, my first car. My Seat Ibiza. Okay, our first road trip was spending a night in a hotel in Wicklow in Ireland, and
Wicklow?
Yeah,
okay.
Way out in
south of Dublin.
South of Dublin, and it was great. We had it all planned, lovely hotel. I picked you up. And we, I think, had gone maybe about 1 kilometre away from your place, and then the engine started to smoke.
It was like this. It's like the engine was on fire.
So the engine, started. So we had to go to a garage. We had to pay like a tip of about 60 quid to a guy to reopen the garage and sort it out. So our first weekend away wasn't a.
In the end, everything was fine.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a good one. 9. Who said I love you first, and where were we?
Oh, okay. This one I'm never allowed to forget because this was in Berlin.
Yeah.
Which you think would be fantastic. It was actually at the TV tower in Berlin. It's the TV tower?
Yeah.
Alexanderplatz, so the big tower at Alexanderplatz. So it all sounds very romantic, apart from the fact that he didn't like Berlin, and I had probably 2 pints of
Long
Island iced tea, which in Germany is not the same as here. So I did tell him I love him, but I don't recollect this particular moment, nor do I recollect being brought home.
I had to bring him home and put him to bed, and I was not happy that he...
No, I think because
drunk
Marco being Italian, it's all about the romantic moments, the romantic gestures. So getting absolutely shit-faced drunk in Berlin and saying I love you and then passing out is wasn't ideal.
No good point. What do we argue about the most? We don't argue much.
We don't actually argue. That's not to say that we don't get irritated or anything with each other, but we don't argue. We argue most about when he asks me to do something and I don't do it because I'm too lazy. That would be the main thing.
Possibly.
Such as, can we make a video? Oh, I don't want to do it.
Alan never wants to make videos, and he loves to watch himself in videos. So.
I don't like to watch myself. I like people watching me.
Who wears the pants in the relationship?
That depends on whether it's in the house or outside the house.
That's true. So Alan is the master of the house and is really, really, really organized and tidy. I am
a
more
housekeeper of sorts.
Yeah.
They usually call them.
You organize the house. I kind of organize social life.
Life in general. Yeah.
So our trips, our social events.
Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting in front of the TV, what am I watching?
You? Without me? cartoons.
That's not true.
Whatever random trash. If it's us together.
Well, if it's Alan,
have good taste
if
in
it's
TV.
Alan is watching BBC
The Sunday Politics.
political
Andrew Marr.
reviews,
Yeah.
boring stuff. What dressing do I get on my salad? That's super easy.
Balsamic.
Yes.
Yes,
Balsamic all the way. What's the one food I hate?
The one food.
So we go out to eat. What do I get to drink?
Italian wine.
Yes. What is my favorite type of sandwich?
As plain as possible. It'll be bread with Italian bread with no mayonnaise or butter or anything like that.
No.
Dry. Some prosciutto, some rocket, some cheese, and that's it.
Yeah.
Special guest, our neighbor. Where is she? Is she on camera? I don't know.
What would I eat every day if I could?
Carrots. In fact, you do eat them every day.
Kind of dirty.
You can't like. I don't.
How
like
about
them. Just good.
you?
Popcorn. Yeah.
What is my favorite cereal?
Special K. Yes, he looks great in his little red dress.
What is my favorite type of music?
You know those things where you play a song and then you can shuffle and it plays songs like it? If you put it in One Direction, then anything
is
related
not true.
to that. Anything, not like One Direction you're a big fan, it's just that kind of teeny
don't
pop
like-
music.
Yeah, but
Katy Perry.
it goes from teenage music to like electronic to stuff that you don't
do
even
have
know.
it. Yeah, it's true.
Whatevs. And you listen to the classics from 1920.
Bullshit. I listen to podcasts about
Podcasts all the
history
time, yeah.
and politics.
Of course.
And
A BBC.
yeah.
What is my eye color?
Actually, this is interesting. It depends on the sun. Like, it's
Yeah.
green, the greeny color. Like the more light, the more sun, the more green they are.
Who is my best friend? Tricky question. It's you. What is something that I do that you hate?
What do you do that I hate? Oh, stress over little things, little stupid things. Like don't leave the back door open, and like a wolf might come in, and don't like close the window. I'm cold. It's 25 degrees out. There's all this little. I'm gonna stop now because I don't want to have an argument after this. So.
Yeah,
I think the
because-
small stuff, whereas I'm the complete opposite. I just
Alan is very
like-
relaxed and I'm quite a warrior.
In fact, that's probably what annoys you about me is that I can be way too like laid back, and so far as that, then nothing happens,
Yeah.
nothing gets done. So that's a good balance. Because
yeah, that's why we're very good together because we kind of complement
I'd
each other.
probably, if I hadn't met you, still be in that like one room place in Dublin with the like. Asian neighbours upstairs singing karaoke and the pipes like banging every night so I couldn't sleep. So you give the motivation and I give the
Calm
relaxation
and
and the
peace, yeah.
calmness. Yeah.
It's a good team. Cheers.
Turns out we're pretty in tune on most things. But then if we weren't by this stage, it probably would be a very bad sign.
I guess our wish is that you could find your Alf, because I did. And you did as well. Like the person that compliments you and gives you peace and love and
Also, it is very helpful if they're Italian because you eat like really, really well. But be prepared for a little bit of extra work. It's a fact.
Maintenance.
I'm doing Italian lessons and everyone in it is with an Italian and they all say the same thing.
Anyway, we hope you liked this video and you got to know us a little bit better, as always.
Like, share, subscribe to Marco in a. Thanks for watching. Marco in a box. Yes.
I'll just do it. Thanks for watching, Marco in a box.